we're deja vu. It's like we just did that.
I know, right? I don't understand.
Right?
I don't get it.
I don't know. Hold on. Let me just take this off. Maybe they'll notice.
Wardrobe change. It's okay. I did a wardrobe change too. It's fine.
Hey campers, welcome back to Camp Insomnia. I am your head camp counselor, Zach.
And I am your head camp counselor, Devon. Welcome back, y'all.
Welcome back, campers. This is a new episode, and for all of you listeners, we started to record our faces so you can see what the hell we look like. Mm-hmm. Do we look the best? I guess. Do we look the worst? Not entirely. Some might disagree. And to those that do, we chuck them in the forest.
I mean, you're not wrong. So you better not disagree.
Exactly. And to new campers joining us around the campfire, hi, welcome to our podcast. We are very chaotic, and we are a paranormal and true crime podcast. And we're here to just have a good time and make you feel like you're hanging out with friends.
Yeah, I mean, because, we're friends. We just try to spread the love, try to spread the openness, and try to spook you on the side. It's all good. Exactly.
It's all good. Yeah, campers. So, updates. We're recording this back to back. So the only update I have is that when I went to go get some water, because my throat's a little dry from talking so goddamn much for 2 hours, I heard a dog yelping outside. So someone's dog is hurt.
Oh, hopefully not dying.
Yep. It's not Clayton's dog, that's for sure.
Oh my God, don't remind me. This is so sad.
That's so sad. It's so sad. That's the only updates I have. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How about you?
Well, there was something I could have updated on last time. I totally forgot. So I'll update now. I started playing tennis again. Yeah. For y'all that don't know, actually, you would know, though, if you were on our Instagram recently and saw a post about me. Hello. Yeah, I started playing tennis again. I reconnected with a friend of mine from high school. Shout out to Lindsay if you weren't listening. Hi, hello, welcome. Yeah, we started playing tennis again, and it was really good. And I was like, oh my God, like it's like riding a damn bike. I'm getting there again. It feels good to be back on the court and have that like drive and that passion again for something that I really enjoyed as a hobby. So yeah, that's been nice.
Cool. I can't remember the last time I saw you play.
Oh my God.
I think maybe is when I came to one of your practices.
Or it might have been the end of my last season, I think about it.
Probably.
Because I remember you coming to one of my like pre-qualifying tournament matches that we do at the end of our college season, and I sucked ass that day. It was really bad. It was really bad.
What do you mean? I was your biggest cheerleader. I was like, yeah, you missed that ball. Yeah. You get it, girl.
Oh my God. Like
get it, girl.
I think it was you. I want to say Jacob was there for some reason, and your grandparents were there.
Yeah, me and Paula, they were there.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was
They're
nice.
So proud of you. Like, my mija, look at her go.
Oh my God, I love them. oh, let me get comfy.
Cool.
Oh, there we go.
Get comfy.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, ready.
Okay. Anyways, are we ready to crack into this?
I think we are.
All right. Cool. All right, campers. This is what?
Oh, sorry.
Say it.
This is one
Fucking say it.
Oh my God, calm down, sir. So pushy. This is one I've been wanting to talk about for a while, so I'm kind of excited to talk about this.
Okay, cool. I'm excited then. All right, campers. Without further ado, let's. Oh God, I gotta sneeze. Oh God. Wait. Okay.
He's allergic to his own beautiful singing.
Oh God. The Rona. Let's gather around the campfire. Bring your Kleenexes too, because I'm sneezing up in this bitch.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. So let's make sure we don't get cold and sneezy. Go ahead and grab your blankies, snuggle up, wear a mask. Yeah. Well, we're out in the woods. We're fine right now. We're okay. Unless that's uncomfortable for you, go ahead with your mask. No judgment here. It's all good. Let's see. Tip for camp. Let's see. It's my own stories.
Yeah. Yeah, what's a tip?
Damn, I didn't think of one.
Wait, should I give a tip? I've never given a tip before.
You know what? Go ahead. Go ahead, let's try it. And let me give you a hint.
I'm going to give you the tip. Oh. You ready?
Let me give you a hint. UFOs.
UFOs. A tip for camp. Okay, UFOs. All right. You know how in the movies, UFOs are like on the little pickup truck and then suddenly a UFO like lands in front of them and they're like, what is that, bro? And they hop out of the little truck and they start walking towards it. And then suddenly like the glowing light turns red and it's like, bonk! And they're like, dude, bro, get the fuck back in the car. And that one dude is like, take me. Who are you? What is this? Don't be that fucking guy, because you're asking to get abducted. You're asking to get so fucking probed, dude. Like, not even gonna lie. Your ass is gonna be stretched by the gods. So I suggest it goes, bonk, you get your ass in the car and you drive away. Now, I'm not saying they still can't stop you and probe your butt, but you don't want to be that one guy that gets taken in the beginning. So be smart and don't go up to alien spaceships. Because again, talking to strangers leads to what? Death and possibly dismemberment, like we learned with Mary Vincent. So that's my tip. Did you like it, Devin?
That was a great first tip from our head camp
Zach,
counselor,
right?
Zachary.
Yeah. Woo!
Oh, and that was.
I love it.
Oh, that's gonna fit in. It's so great with this.
Oh God. Oh God. Woo.
Are you ready for this?
Ooh, yikes. Ooh, yes. Probe me, baby.
I can't.
Probe me.
All right.
My cheeks are spread.
Oh, shut up. I can't.
Just lube it up. Lube it up.
Okay. Anyways, hold on one second. I need to take a quick pause. After that, this one.
Yes.
This episode today, we are going to talk about the Heaven's Gate cult.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I know a little about them, but not a lot. So teach me. Teach the class.
I will teach these campers. Y'all gonna learn today. Because, reason being why I wanted to do this one. Because, one, we haven't talked about any cult cases yet, right?
Yeah, we haven't, no. Or really UFO cases.
That too. So, aliens. So we're gonna throw that out there.
Yeah.
And two, or three, I should say. We're one big family out here in Camp Insomnia. Why not talk about other big families that are toxic?
Yeah, you think we're not the ones that are toxic, though.
Exactly. So
I mean, we're toxic in the way of you backtalk us while they're in the forest, but we don't talk about that because when you talk about that, you get put in the forest. So we don't. Anyways, continue.
Calm down, Clayton.
Sorry, he's coming through.
Shut up. All right, okay. So Heaven's Gate cult. All right, so obviously it's a cult in itself. It was founded by Marshall Applewhite and Bonnie Nettles in 1972. So the two believed in the spiritual teachings of the Bible, but they also incorporated extraterrestrials as their internal spirits. Yeah, I know, a little bit vague.
Interesting.
I'll explain. Don't worry.
Yeah,
it's a little weird. So with the knowledge they both gained, they wanted to spread their teachings in order to save others from pretty much the final end of life on Earth as humans, right? And gain higher knowledge as higher level beings. How's that make you feel?
It just sounds really dumb to me, but people believe what they want to believe. Regardless if it's, sounds a little, cuckoo, but you do you, boo.
Everyone's got their thing,
as
right?
long as it don't hurt nobody, but I think at the end of this, we realize it's going to hurt somebody. So,
I mean, isn't that usually what happens in cults?
Yeah, that's usually what happens in cults. Usually someone gets hurt.
In some way or other.
Yeah.
So, it is believed that the Heaven's Gate cult use teachings of Christian... Ooh, this is a big word for me. Excuse me, hold on one second. Millennial... Fuck!
What the fuck? Where does
it's
that?
It's a big word.
Millenniarism. You sound like fucking Medea, goddammit.
I know. Millenniarism. There we go.
Millenniarism.
Yes, Christian millenniarism, which is being able to transform many individuals using Christianity. That's like a vague definition of it.
Okay. Okay.
They also used New Age, which is more of like a more holistic type of spirituality, using like the term mind, body, and spirit.
Okay. Yeah.
And then ufology. So the belief in studying about unidentified flying objects.
Flying objects.
Yes.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So take
ufology. That's pretty.
Take all that, put it together,
and wrap it
into
into
what
one.
they did. That's what they studied, right?
That's
a lot.
It's like they just put a bunch of shit into a blender and said, religion. Okay.
You kind of cut out for me for a minute, but I think I got what you're saying.
No, sorry. No, I was saying it feels like they just put a bunch of shit into a blender and we're like, religion.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's do it.
Exactly. So,
okay.
Let's talk about these two a little bit. So, Marshall Herf Applewhite was born May 17th, 1931 in Spur, Texas. He graduated from Texas. He graduated from Austin College in 1952, and he actually got married the same year. All right.
Wow, lucky guy.
Yeah. And he also spent 2 years in the Army Signal Corps. So he was kind of like Army tech in a sense.
Okay.
So he was actually a very, very artistic man. He was very musically talented as an opera singer. But
what?
Oh, I know.
What?
Yeah, he was musically talented. He sang beautifully. He was
but opera.
Opera, yeah. He was
Opera's not easy.
It's not. He was a baritone singer too, so he had a lot of range,
wow,
very
low.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. In the early 1960s, he also pursued a acting career in New York, but it tragically failed. New York is very hard to get into when it comes to acting.
Yeah, New York would be really hard to break into the industry just hopping right into New York. So good luck.
Yeah, so that didn't happen. So then, after that, he moved on to become a professor at the University of Alabama, but then he moved back to Texas to be the head of the music department in Houston. So, kind of stuck to his more musical side when it came to a career, I guess you can say.
Okay.
Yeah. But
well, smart. I mean, he's sticking to his guns.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he knows. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, might as well. So, as he worked as a professor, he kind of set some trouble for himself, though. There were reports of him committing sexual acts with a few of the college students. And
gross.
Those college students happened to be men, too.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So.
Oh.
Right? Interesting.
So he's a little. Whoop.
Yeah, but he just wasn't out there.
Out there,
Since he was unmarried.
Yeah. Unmarried, yeah.
Married man to a married woman.
Yeah, exactly.
So, with these reports, right, of him committing sexual acts with male students, it ended up causing him to be fired from the university and set a downfall.
Oh, shocker.
Right? It set a downfall out of his life at the time, which, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, because that was his job. That was his career. Mm-hmm. And then it tanked because he decided to sleep with men and kind of forced them to. Yeah. And he's married.
Yeah.
And he's got a wife.
Yeah.
It's the whole. It's just a crock pot of just a lot of fuckery.
Yeah, a little bit of a shitstorm. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, it seemed like he was having trouble with his sexual identity, and with him losing his job, it took a hard hit on his marriage. So, unfortunately, in 1968, he and his wife ended up getting divorced. So, they only lasted a couple years being married.
Honestly, for the best. I mean, honestly, for the best.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, homie's like, sounds like he was trying to play his cards, trying to figure himself out, exploring a bit in the wrong way, and that's not the way to do it.
Yeah.
So.
No. Mm-hmm. Campers, another tip, if you're gay, do not marry a woman and then go behind that poor woman's back or man's back and then fuck around, because that's not cool.
Yeah, it's a no-no. That's sad.
That's a no. That's called cheating.
Yes. So, in 1972, while Marshall was visiting a friend in a hospital in Texas, he met a nurse named Bonnie Nettles, right? So we already know Bonnie Nettles. Those two were the ones that creating this whole shenanigans.
Yeah.
So the two grew close as they actually discovered they had the same interest in the teachings of the Bible and also the same interest in unusual spiritual matters, right? We'll just vaguely word it like that.
Okay.
They both believed that they knew each other from a past life.
Oh God.
Bonnie had let Marshall know that their meeting had been foretold to her by extraterrestrials, and and believing they had an assignment given to them by God.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, you know, if I were him in that situation, if it were me, you know, shoeing the other foot, I'd be like, wow, you are something. All right. I have to leave.
Okay, but mind you,
why do you have to go? Just gotta go.
Mind you, he kind of had the same kind of feelings though, that he believed in the kind of same senses too, that there is something out there. So
yeah. It's just two crazies make it crazy. So
they both were interested in it.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
with her letting him know that, hey, you know, this is we've been given an assignment, they both kind of went on a spiritual discovery, trying to learn more as to why they were chosen together. So they came to the conclusion that they were both the two witnesses of Revelation. So
wow, they jumped to that conclusion really
they
fast.
did. So specifically Revelation 11:14 in the Bible, right? Which tells of the two witnesses who foretold the destructive end coming, on Earth. To put that vaguely, like it goes more into depth of it, but there's, to be honest, sidebar, to be honest, there's a lot of religious jargon and everything that comes into it when it comes to the Bible and stuff like that. Everything is going to be pretty vague. I just like to round it so then it's shorter, because there's so much religious teachings that go into this. It's gnarly. It's a lot. I actually I told Zachary this. I had a hard time because of this, because of how much jargon
it took you a while. Yeah.
So just to let y'all campers know. So if you want to get into it more about what exactly they were getting themselves into when it came to the Bible, go for it. More power to you. It's a lot.
Knock yourself. Read them scriptures. Read them.
Yes, but I will give y'all the basic info of it at least.
Okay.
So with that being said, them discovering, you know, they're the two witnesses from the book of Revelation. It's almost as if they were going to be decided they were going to be saviors to many people.
Totally.
Right. So
totally.
They hit the road. They're gonna spread their word of their new knowledge that they gained together with their studies and, you know, the similarities that they have. And they actually gained several followers across the country once they started.
Of course they did. Of course.
Yeah.
They're a cult, of course they do.
Well, that's not what...
Or becoming one at least.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, with gaining these several followers, and they're traveling and whatnot, they're just on the road, they're not making any money. They had to figure out some way to make money, and they don't know these people very well yet. So, you know, they decided to steal some of their credit cards. They're freaking...
Oh, wow.
Their own followers. Kind of sad.
Wow, what assholes.
I know. Yeah.
It's very sad.
But here's
We just befriended you. Now, let me see your wallet.
Right. But here's their justification as why they could do it. They believed that their higher calling made them above earthly laws.
What? No, that's no. So they can just break rules and shit because they are otherworldly? Fuck you.
Right. But it doesn't matter because they got themselves arrested for credit card fraud in 1974.
Oh, yeah. I'm good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not above that, are you?
Right.
What do they tell the cops? You can't arrest me. I am an ethereal god.
Yeah, right.
You can't arrest me.
I am the messiah of our time right now.
I am the messiah. I know the world will end. It's like, great. Psych ward, you go.
Yeah, right.
Jesus.
Hey, excuse me, sir. Can you just tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah.
Getting ready for that padded room. So, the charges were ultimately dropped. But
What?
But hold on. But the law did catch back up to Marshall though, because he did steal a rental car in order for them to travel the country. So he rented it back when they made it to like Louisiana, Missouri back at the time.
Yeah.
But he just never returned it. They just kept going.
They just kept going.
Yeah.
Well, that'll get you.
Exactly. But it's funny that the charges were dropped. I'm assuming they were because it was one of their followers, and they were like, they probably justified it for themselves. I just thought about this, like, oh wait, no, we need this. They did it only because they were trying to help us.
Yeah, the aliens were telling us that we needed to take their money so that we could survive.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to say no to the fucking aliens,
We're trying to save you.
Exactly. So please let me hit the 5,000 balance on your card.
Jesus Christ.
That's the limit, right?
That's horrible.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so Marshall ended up getting arrested because he's the one that technically stole the rental car. He had to serve 6 months in prison, but while serving his 6 months, he had a lot of time.
Followers, didn't he?
No, not quite.
Oh, God.
I think he did try to do his teachings in the prison, but I'm pretty sure they were like, excuse me.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
You're done.
I think he did
They're
try.
like, you're done.
Yeah. So
yikes.
He had a lot of time. He had a lot of time to sit more and think and discuss more with Bonnie in depth of what exactly they were. How do I explain it? Let me word this a little bit different. They went in depth more into what exactly they were trying to get into with their spiritual selves. Like what made them this spiritual being? Okay. And how did they get there? So they figured out that they came from a quote unquote a level above human, which was a physical version of heaven in outer space.
You know what? This sounds like the kind of shit I would make up on like the 3rd grade playground. You know what I mean? Like, this is the kind of shit I would like think up as like a child's brain, you know? Because like I'm sitting here, these are adults. I'm just kind of like, you can be imaginative, but girl.
But this is the thing too.
Like,
they're sitting there with the Bible making these quote unquote discoveries, and they're just reading into it so much because of their own beliefs. So you know how like everyone has their own interpretations of the Bible. Everyone says that their interpretation is the correct one. That's what they're doing.
It's weird.
Right? Yeah.
So weird.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, sorry, I got a little distracted for a second.
No, you're good. They think they're these fucking crazy beings that are in the Bible.
Yes. So their mission became even more clear at this point. They believed that they were sent to help others reach this quote unquote what they called the next level. So in order to get to this version of heaven in outer space, they needed to get people to the next level, right? So
with credit cards.
Exactly.
With credit cards.
So as in they were sent to help people go to this other version of heaven in outer space, like I just mentioned, right?
Yeah.
So they believed that their physical human body was just a quote unquote like a vehicle or a temporary vessel. So they
a vessel, like a little meat sack.
Yeah, like literally, this is just we are just here doing our work in this vehicle. They literally call it vehicles. Like they literally refer to as cars, vehicles.
Gotcha.
In order for us to go to the next place, we need to do our work to go to the next place.
Gotcha.
So they believed in order for people to go to the next level, they would have to abandon and separate all things that were human, like setting aside human antics. So they couldn't act normal. They couldn't be normal. They couldn't do normal things. So it's like they had to teach people how to separate themselves from acting like a human, if that makes sense. And not to act like animalistic or anything, just to be like, no, what you're doing is not who you are. You are this. You are a higher being. We don't follow these human traits, kind of thing.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So they believed once they separated themselves from this humanesque that they are in, that a UFO would finally be able to pick them up and take them to the next level, their own heaven. So they had to separate themselves. And probe them in the butt. Sure, whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly.
No, because those are their own. Those are their people. That's their heaven.
Well, maybe they still like to probe them in the butt.
Oh my God, Zachary.
These aliens could be fucking some weird shit. I don't know. Anyways, okay. Well, all right. Getting to the next level, becoming a higher self, not being as human, being these ethereal beings that they say that they are. Yeah.
Exactly. You cut out for a minute, but I got the gist of what you were saying.
Okay. Gotcha. No, you're good.
So, after this big, huge conclusion that he made in prison, it actually motivated them more to spread their word, which, understandable. It made their journey more clear at this point. So, once Marshall was released, they continued their journey. Marshall was usually the one to do the public speaking when they would go to their meets and talk to people, while Bonnie pretty much mentored him with like her quote unquote like spiritual strength and wisdom. So she's guiding him while he's being the stand of like, I am this God trying to talk to you and teach you what is going on, but Bonnie's over here like, let me help you, sir.
That is so weird.
So
so bonkers.
imagine there's like flyers in town of how to achieve a higher level being. Please attend meeting at so-and-so address at 5:30 at night, and you attend this meeting. This is this middle-aged bald white man with this lady, and they are just talking all about the Bible and UFOs and aliens.
I am an ethereal god brought to you by the aliens and God himself. Behold my power.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? I thought I was doing like a BetterHelp self session or something.
Right.
This fucking alien
Right?
shit. Goddamn, I'm just depressed. I didn't think I needed fucking aliens to make me feel better. Like, shit.
But here's the thing, though. With them doing that, traveling around and having these meetings, more people did become interested, and it was like they were entranced with their teachings, and they gained even more of a following. Like, they had a couple people here and there, right? They trickled in. They're gaining a lot at this point, like a good handful. But to be more specific, like a time in 1975, after a meeting they had in Oregon, they gained an extra 20 followers. So they're at this time they're kind of rapidly growing. But with the rapid growth, their group gained media attention, and news stations broadcasted news of their group nationwide. So they're getting more attention. So like news people are being like, oh, there's this group that is out here doing these teachings that is really interesting, and a lot of people are getting very interested at this time in whatever city.
Yeah.
But
interesting. And bad publicity and good publicity are great hand in hand.
And funny you say that, because now here's the bad publicity.
Yeah.
It's like, because of the growth, like you said, there's going to be the negative that comes with this attention. Those 20 people that attended that meeting in Oregon ultimately looked like they just disappeared. So that's where the negative news coverage came in. So now you got the other side. Oh, there was a meeting held in whatever hotel in Oregon. 20 people attended, and now 20 people are declared missing. Do you know where these people went?
What the fuck?
Yeah, pretty much what happened is they gained that group. They said, okay, you know, Marshall and Bonnie are like, come with us, come join us, come be in our family. This is how we're gonna get you to the next place, the higher level, the next level. If you follow us, we will give you everything you need. You just have to leave your whole life behind and follow us. And they said, yes, this is what we're doing. This is what we're meant to do. I want to go to the next place of heaven. So tonight I will say goodbye to my family and leave. And that's what they did. That's what they did.
What the fuck? Wow.
So,
damn.
So they left their homes and they left.
Wow.
Yeah, they left everything that they had in Oregon. They said their goodbyes and they joined Marshall and Bonnie just like that.
Wow.
And they became missing people reports.
Yeah, no shit. That's 20 people. That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people to go missing.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Marshall and Bonnie kind of became pretty uncomfortable with the media coverage and decided to take the group underground. Like, good, bad, doesn't matter. They didn't want to be put out there like that. They're kind of just trying to do their thing. So they ended up taking on aliases as Doe and T. So Doe being Marshall and T being Bonnie. As I talk about the rest of this, I'm only going to refer to them as Doe and T because that's the only, even their followers, everyone, even themselves, only referred to themselves as that. Yeah.
It's Doe and T.
Doe and T. So gotcha. Doe, Marshall, T, Bonnie. So with them taking on new aliases, this helped keep things more low-key for the group. But to add on to keeping things more low-key, they actually sent out most of their followers as missionaries to, one, kind of help, like, give them, they worded it, like, ease their human cravings and have them, like, sent out to do tasks, like normal day tasks to help themselves. But, like, it spread out everyone, so then it wasn't like this big old group was here, you know, all together, just making sure that they're getting everyone out.
They didn't want a lot of attention.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so they were one massive group living together, but they were all living together in just campsites since they didn't have any money either.
Yeah, and campsites are cheap.
Yeah.
So that explains it.
So with them just mainly being at campsites too, they mainly just focused on their teachings with their followers. But while they weren't teaching, Doe and T, like I said, sent their followers out to do all their tasks. So you're either there learning or you're there, quote unquote, subsiding your human cravings and doing everyday shit as a quote unquote human.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. I know.
This is so bonkers. I can't. It's like that. Hey, part tip or dad? Hey, part tip or dad? Scavern. What are you saying? Rabbit and Scavern.
Yep. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
That's what it feels like. Jesus Christ, these people. Okay, so out in the world, pretending like they're human when they are human.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yep. And then while not pretending like they're human, they're out learning more things from Doe and T, from what they've learned already from their teachings of the Bible.
These ethereal gods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they've been traveling some time. We're now getting into the 1980s. They finally began to settle into more homes throughout Texas. Doe and T sent their members out to get jobs pretty much in order to sustain their living arrangements because they were renting out like apartments, townhomes, stuff like that throughout Texas. They had the members use fake names and identities in order to get these jobs and to also preserve their way of living too. They gotta keep them as, you know, not necessarily themselves, that identity, so giving them something fake too, a different alias for them to work, kind of, I think, keeps them in that headspace as well.
Yeah, and then too, no one knows where these people are at if people come looking for them.
That too. Yep. So the 80s actually hit pretty hard for the group, especially Doe. In 1985, T actually ended up dying of cancer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, damn. I mean, she hasn't done anything too crazy yet, so... I mean, besides stealing... I mean, nothing like... She didn't kill anybody yet.
No. No, she didn't.
So, she made it out, I guess. I guess she's now off to the ethereal plane, being a god among the aliens.
Well, I don't know, because she didn't get picked up by anyone, so... Think about that. That just said something to a lot of their followers and Doe.
Yeah, you got a point.
Because they were believed to be the two messiahs, the two witnesses to save them all.
Exactly, and here this bitch was left.
Yeah, this bitch just
angels
died.
Angels are like, oof. Angels, the alien angels, whatever you want to call them, were like, ooh, I don't want this cancer bitch. Yikes.
Yeah, so needless to say, Doe lost his partner in crime, his spiritual partner and his life partner entirely.
Yeah.
And so the group kind of, like I mentioned, kind of began to question the teachings a little bit. They're kind of like all thrown. Like, wait a minute, they're supposed to be the chosen ones and one of them just died. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. What the hell just happened?
Yeah. So Doe at this time is in somewhat of turmoil. And he's losing his drive and his motivation. So to like bring himself back to his own existence, he began preaching more of an imminent end of the earth. So they weren't necessarily like preaching that already. They were more talking about like how we can help you get to this place. But now he's saying like, we're all gonna fucking die. Let me help you because we're all gonna die.
So dramatic.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But for him, like going into the Bible more and looking into it and being like, oh wait, no, like if we don't do this right now, we're not gonna make it. So it kind of brought him back. So it brought back his motivation to keep going.
Okay.
So with that being said, the group looked into satellite broadcasting and took out ads in major papers such as USA Today, stating that they had like this final offer. And the offer was ultimately to join their group in order to be saved from imminent doom.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's because...
That's a weird ad placement.
Right? But they had the money to do it. Now.
Yeah, people... and let me guess, people were like, yes, I want to be safe from imminent doom. Let me join them.
Uh-huh. Exactly. So, you know,
people just dumbfound me.
Right. But think about it, you know, you think about other cult leaders. They make it, they preach and talk, and they're all the ones that are so inviting that they could convince clearly they could convince a damn person that they're not a person.
Exactly. Yeah. It has to do with a lot of like being very charismatic, offering a lot of benefits to these people by joining them. Mm-hmm. And what kind of benefits they can join, for this instance, in the afterlife.
Yeah.
And giving them a sense of purpose.
Yes. And this is all for their soul, their eternity, their well-being in a different place, a higher level of knowledge that they are gaining. You know, they are above all people.
Exactly.
So it's very inviting for some people that may be insecure, weak-minded,
with
struggling.
Their faith or...
Yeah. You never know. So... That's why they're trying to bring more out there to quote unquote help people, join them. We're gonna save you. This is scary, but we can do this together.
We can do this together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
So, by the 1990s, Heaven's Gate was operating actually a successful computer business on their own. In order to sustain a large-scale group, for one, and two, a new home that they bought in Rancho Santa Fe, California. They bought, like, a huge fucking mansion.
Wow.
And I think at the time, they had only about, like, around 40 followers. So they kind of did need a big mansion.
Damn. Oh, yeah, no, they did. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of funny that they finally now just got into, like, what did you say, satellites?
Like,
what did you say?
Satellite broadcasting and putting ads out.
Broadcasting, because I would think that because if they're apparently UFO extraterrestrial beings out there are contacting with them, you think that'd be really smart to work in that kind of field.
Well, it was more of like the technology was getting better for it. I mean, because I think they were also putting like ads out on radio stations, flyers, like basic stuff. But now they're, with the new technology coming out, like especially with the 90s, it's making it easier for them. And now they're finally having the money for it because they made their own business. So they didn't have enough money for that stuff before also.
Yeah, but me being a little like shit, I'd be like, if you're so fucking smart and you're an alien and you have these flying saucers, why can't you make better technology? Like, why does other people have to do it?
Because they're just in vehicles. We cannot do anything. We are just trying to prepare for the next eminent life.
Okay, well, the UFO people need to tell you how to mail some smartphone or something, like, because goddamn. You're looking a little dumb.
Oh.
But okay.
By the way, I forgot to mention this a little bit before. When they were traveling around, I think once they were just starting to get out of campsites and everything, they had about 200 followers at one point. So they had a lot of people.
Fuck.
Yeah, and I think that some of them started falling off. One, because of just not
constant moving,
the belief system in it, the way of life, because
very nomadic,
the way of life. Well, also in the sense of how they were meant to live, because Doe and it can't be human. Doe and T were very strict on it, very strict when it came down to it, because even what didn't matter where they live, how they had to be was, typical cult things. They all ate the same things. They all did the same things, right? But they all had to look a specific way. They all had to look as if they were all just one. So they all wore the same things, but all had the same haircuts and stuff too. So to take away their identities, for them to all be one together.
Exactly, and that's how most cults are. It's very uniform.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, very uniform.
But also, like, the rules became stricter. Like, if they found out they were, like, lying or anything like that, breaking rules, it was, like, very looked down upon, kind of shunned out. Like, if you weren't showing your strength, if you weren't showing your interest, you're weeded out. Go ahead. You need to leave. You need to go. You are not considered what's that called? Like, worthy to go to the higher place, to the next level.
Worthy enough, yeah.
Yeah. So that's how they also weeded out people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, so now they're in this giant house in Rancho Cucamonga? Where'd you say it was?
Rancho Santa Fe. So it's kind of by
Rancho Santa Fe.
Kind of like San Diego area-ish.
Okay.
So the 90s, like I said, a little more technology is coming out. They have a little more access to things too. So they ended up recording more videos of their teachings, especially Doe. Doe took this very hands-on. He would always either do videos, or he would almost type up like bloggings of it to get the word out.
Okay.
And for the students, they were trying to encourage others, obviously, to join and to quote unquote like leave with them, saying it was their last chance to evacuate Earth before it was recycled.
Interesting.
Yeah. So you have kind of like a pleading side and also a side of teaching to say, hey, do this thing, come with us. You should do the thing because we need you to come with us, otherwise you're gonna die.
Yeah. What the fuck? What the fuck?
So they took all those videos, they took all their statements and the bloggings that they were doing, and they published it into a website in order for everything to get out publicly easier. So a basic 90s looking website.
Yeah, I mean, it probably wasn't the prettiest. Yeah.
So they ran the website successfully on their own and updated it frequently. They also provided steps and tutorials for newcomers and how to be able to teach them to reach the next level. In depth. Like, it was like chapters in depth on their website. So in 1995, the Hail Bop Comet kind of came into light. scientists started discovering it. They're like, hey, this comet's going to be coming around probably within the next couple years. The normal thing, right? The once in a lifetime kind of thing.
Once in a lifetime kind of thing, yeah.
But Doe took this as a sign for Heaven's Gate. So Doe stated that, right? Of course. Yeah. Doe stated that this comet was going to be followed by a UFO who would be ready to pick them up from their vessels and take them to the next level, heaven in outer space. This was their sign, Zachary.
You campers can't see me, but on the video, I am rolling my fucking eyes right now. It just sounds fucking bonkers, dude. Mm-hmm. What the fuck?
Yep.
Okay, cool. They believe this. Awesome.
Yep. So Doe and the group spent the next couple years pretty much preparing. So they also made quote unquote exit videos and quote unquote exit statements sharing their stories and how excited they were to exit their vehicles and for people not to mourn them because ultimately this is their goal, to reach the higher level or to reach a high level into the next level.
Yeah, and they ultimately believe this, like 110%. Mm-hmm. So I know in like their videos, they're probably so sincere. Like, they truly believe that by this happening, I'm gone. Don't worry about me. I'm reaching my higher self. I'm sorry that you didn't tag along. You're going to be stuck in whatever's left over, but goodbye.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can learn from me, you know? Oh, it's fucking wow.
So Zachary, think about that. What do you think exiting their vehicle would
Well, if they're making exit videos means they're well, what I'm imagining what they think is going to happen, because I know how this eventually ends, but I'm thinking that the UFO is going to come down, it's going to snatch their little souls up, and they're going to go off into this other plane and become higher human beings. That's what I think this comet's going to fly over, the UFO is going to drop down and save all of them.
Uh-huh. But how would they do that? As humans, how would they do that?
Is that I probably would think that they'd be like, here, take this mysterious Kool-Aid and drink it and go to bed. Mm-hmm. And the minute you fall asleep, you'll be in the ethereal plane. Yep. Mass suicide.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. So that was exiting their vehicles was to ultimately kill themselves. But in their minds, they're not killing themselves. They're exiting their vehicle.
Exactly. So how did that come to be? Like, what did he do?
Well, so let me get there. I'm almost there. So
Okay.
So 2 years later now, so in March 1997, so Doe did his final exit video, stating like his final call. Like, this is his final reach out to people, saying like, hey, this is my final video. This is my last plea to you people. Please join us. This is the time to leave. We are ready to leave. We are ready for you guys to come with us. Please come with us. What we are doing is right for us. People might not understand, but this is what we believe in, and this is what we want to help you. We want to help you.
Yeah.
So, and then after that, he prepared for their group and their final exit. So on March 21st, 1997, they all ate their last meal together as a group at a local restaurant. I want to say maybe it was, I think it was Black Bear Diner, if I remember that correctly from a video I watched.
Oh, that's a really good diner. I like Black Bear Diner.
Me too. It's cute. It's good family setting.
Yeah, it is. And the portions are so big, and their upside down pineapple pancakes are fucking fire, dude.
I know.
And every time I eat there, I'm gonna be like a fucking cult ate in this fucking chain restaurant.
Well, I could be wrong. I could remember it correctly, but I'm pretty sure it was a Black Bear Diner.
Oh my god, I'm gonna go to one of their managers and be like, did y'all know? This cult fucking loved y'all. They dead now, but anyways, so diner, yes. Food.
Yes.
Delicious.
So they all ate the same meal. They had a turkey pot pie, a cheesecake with blueberries, and some iced tea.
Okay, yeah. Cool. I mean, for last meal, I'd like order the entire menu, but yeah, cool.
Well,
good.
No, they strict dieting. You know, they're not supposed to go outside of.
Oh
too
yeah,
much.
that's right. They're not human. Oh shit, they're not human. My bad.
Yeah.
I'm an asshole.
So the next few days, they were ready to execute their final plan. So they split the group pretty much in threes. So what they did was they took... How to explain it? They took a mixture of this big old drug.
Can you not see the word?
It's hard. Words are hard for me.
It's not cyanide, is it?
No, phenobarbital.
Okay, that's close enough.
Yeah. And they mixed that with either applesauce or pudding, and then they pretty much washed it down with vodka.
Oh, wow. Take a shot.
Yeah. So on top of that, when they would do this in the groups, right? So one group would take the mixture, wash it down with the vodka, and then the other group would help that group. They would put a plastic bag over their heads to induce asphyxiation.
I didn't know that part.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll tell you why you don't know that part, because there's some... Like I said, they did it in groups for a reason. So let me tell you why.
Yeah.
So there was 39 of them in total.
Okay.
And they were, like I said, all dressed the same. So they had black shirts and sweatpants. All new white Nike Decade athletic shoes. So they all had Nikes.
Yeah.
And they all had armband patches reading Heaven Gates Away Team. All right.
Okay.
So, and two, weirdly enough, each member had a $5 bill in their pocket and a couple quarters. Yeah.
That's a little weird. I guess the fare to get on the other side, I guess.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly why. I don't remember exactly why.
That's a little weird. Okay.
So, like I said, 39 in total. 21 of them being women, 18 of them being men between the ages of 26 and 72 oldest.
Wow.
So, like I said, died in 3 groups over actually 3 consecutive days. So, like I said, it was about 2 days, but it took 2 to 3 pretty much.
Okay.
With pretty much like when one group would go, the other remaining group would, like I said, asphyxiate them and then help clean up after their death to make sure their bodies were pretty much presented like profoundly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that's why you didn't see bags or anything over their heads when they were found.
Because it was just like a sheet. Yeah, because I've seen pictures. It's just like a blue sheet or something.
I think it was a purple blanket or something like that.
Like a purple?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like I said, groups would do it individually. That group before that or group after them would clean up their bodies and then put that shroud over them.
Yeah. Yeah, the purple shroud.
Mm-hmm. So I think Doe put himself in the second to last group, so technically the second group, so the members could make sure he made it.
Prepare his body so he's like, yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. So they did the same thing with Doe. Then those last remaining members did it for themselves. They probably didn't do the whole asphyxiation thing. They probably just went to sleep on their own. So
yeah.
So they did it in groups of 15, and then 9. And they did it between approximately March 22nd all the way to March 26th.
Damn, so over the course of a couple days.
Mm-hmm. So they started it around then. But this is all like an estimate of what they believe.
Yeah.
Because obviously we wouldn't know unless it was from the actual people there.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We found out after they've already passed. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, funny enough, though, actually an anonymous tip came in on March 26th. So, the very last day that everything happened. And someone made an anonymous tip to the police saying, hey, you should check up on this address. I believe there's going to be a mass suicide. And the police were like, all right, that's a big tip. Let's look into that.
Yeah, that's a big tip. Okay, yeah.
So, once they arrived, the tip was right, but it was already too late. Everyone was already passed by then. And that's when they found their bodies. That's when we see the videos of them going into the home.
Yeah, the videos and the pictures.
And how all their bodies looked with the shrouds over them, all just laying there, looked like peacefully went to sleep.
Yeah.
So the person that made the anonymous tip, though, had been a member that had left the group previously, who ultimately knew of their plan in the end. So
gotcha.
He pretty much didn't want to get to that point where he had to leave. If I remember correctly, I have to look into it more again. He loved and cared about every single person in the group. He still believes in the teachings and everything.
Okay.
But ultimately, suicide was not the answer for him.
Yeah.
But it was too late for him once he made the call. Everything was already done.
Yeah.
But he still tells people too, like in interviews that he's done, and saying like, this is ultimately what they wanted to do. You know, I understand why they did it. I do love and miss those people very dearly, but this is what they wanted.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Pretty gnarly. So yeah, if you look up Heaven's Gate cult, you'll find police
the pictures,
police video coverage of when they found everything. Their website is still live and running, creepily enough.
Shut up.
I'm not lying. It is.
Can I look at it right now? Hold on.
Go ahead.
I really want to see it.
And I'll explain to you why it looks the way it does.
Heaven's Gate website. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's still up. Red alert. Hail Bop brings closure to Heaven's Gate. As promised, the keys of Heaven's Gate are here again in Ty and Do? As they were in Jesus and his Father 2,000 years ago. Wow. Wow, look at this. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, explain this.
So, and let me pull it up for myself too. Oh, I was reading some stuff that they had. I was like, our position against suicide. What is this?
Oh my God. Apparently, you can still request for videotapes.
You can. A lot of stuff is still there. So it has their statements, it has their mission views, it has their chapters, you know, everything that they, like I said, released into the public. This was their main website, their main source of how they were trying to spread their teachings. So
yeah,
the whole red alert thing on the top is that final message that they had saying, this is it. This comment is what is leading us to the end. Yeah. That's why it's saying that the Hail Comet brings closure to Heaven's Gate, saying that this is the final thing we're doing.
Oh, that's really freaky.
So in one part it says, if you study the materials on this website, you will hopefully understand our joy and what our purpose here on Earth has been. You may even find our quote-unquote boarding pass to leave with us during this brief quote-unquote window. We are so very thankful that we have been recipients of this opportunity to prepare for membership of their kingdom and to experience their boundless caring and nurturing.
Huh.
Intense.
Wow, yeah. I low-key kind of like want to watch one of these videos.
Yeah, I think their exit statements are there from their students. A lot of it you can find on YouTube too.
Or downloaded? Oh, I don't want to download it. No, stop. Oh, no. Nope. Chicken. Don't want to download that. Nope. That's wild, dude, that this is still up.
Mm-hmm. And the reason why it's still up is because one of the members that have left as well, he's not...
Keeps it running.
He's not running it himself, but I think he's having it being paid to still run.
Okay. All right. Okay, so is this cult still alive?
No, they're all done because they all left.
Okay, they're done. I mean, there's like, I get that, but like, there's no one that is still alive that, or even wasn't even alive during this, right? They were born after the time, that has created this again, or has...
As,
you know what I mean?
As far as I know, no. Like I said, there were those few members that left that still believe in the teachings, but that's it. Like, they don't go out and preach, they don't go out and travel, they don't spread the word, anything like that. They kind of just take the experience for themselves and have their beliefs and live with it.
Interesting. Okay. I googled it, and they're inactive.
Yeah, it's a...
There are people that still like talk about it, like the ones that have left,
but that's it. They all have like this still high respect and love for Doe and T, and, you know, for everyone that was all the members, but they don't actively share any of it. It's technically that was the end of their cult.
And this guy looks so cuckoo.
Yeah.
Doe?
Yeah. He's pretty gnarly looking.
What was I going to ask you? What was I going to say? Oh, I know there was a celebrity that died who was part of Heaven's Gate. Did you end up finding that research on it? Because I know there was a celebrity that was part of it.
So it was... I mean, I still have it here. Hold on. I just don't want to say the wrong one.
I do like Heaven's Gate's logo. It's actually kind of cool.
So it actually wasn't... Oh my god. I can't with you. It wasn't an actual celebrity themselves. It was their brother that passed.
Okay. And who was the celebrity's brother?
It was...
I mean, who was a celebrity, and then who was the celebrity's brother?
So... Nichelle Nichols. Brother was Thomas Nichols. Nichelle, if I'm saying her name right. Nichelle. Was
Michelle?
best...
Oh, she was on Star Trek.
Yep, best known for her role on Star Trek.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wow.
Pretty intense.
Her poor brother got wrapped up in that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, all these people just up and left too. So it's it's kind of a... I don't know. What's the word I'm looking for? Very impactful. Because...
Yeah, no, it is very impactful.
I want to do a secondary episode about this stuff, about some more details coming down to it, because there is some interesting facts about it, especially when it comes to the people, what they were doing, exactly how they were living their lives during this time, and also how their families took it, and the statements from the people that left as to why they left too, and why they still believed in these teachings. So I will do a secondary episode on a little more info when it comes down to this cult.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I definitely want to know what exactly they were doing, or what the family thought after they had passed. You know, what the fuck, people. Fuck.
Yeah, so I will bring that to you later.
Cults are wild. Yeah, and see, okay, well, on the topic of a cult, I mean, great first part of Heaven's Gate. That's funny because I've been wanting to do that one too. You beat me to it.
You're welcome.
It was. I know, it's funny because I think of when I think of cults, I think of just cults back in the 80s, right? 70s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. And people fail to realize that there are cults out today, walking around doing their own thing, and that many people don't know about. I mean, the biggest cult you can really call is Scientology. Now that I said that, they're going to be coming for my fucking ass. But that's a huge one.
Yeah.
And there are many others that are active, and it's just wild. And they believe they're crazy as shit.
And that's the thing. People are going to do what they're going to do. They're going to believe in what they're going to believe in. And it's like, we're not here to judge, but it's also... It's such out of the norm, and we don't know how to take it.
Yeah, well then too, especially when it's hurting them, the people that are following, and then too, a lot of these end up in mass suicides or harm, or I mean, just because if I watch Lisa Remy's show on Scientology and how she escaped and how she helps others escape and gets their stories out. A lot of the times it's self-blackmail, so that if you try to leave, they use that blackmail against you, regardless of if it's real or fake. And the repercussions for leaving, and then them catching you leaving, like it's crazy, and it shouldn't be like that if it's supposed to be love and all this.
And that's what's interesting about this one is like there was no repercussion for those people that did leave.
The repercussion was you're not going to be able to become your higher self,
and that was it.
You're not going to be able to transition.
They didn't come after them. They were because they were technically people of some sort of Christianity mixed in there. So
yeah, but I'm wondering if those people that left, right? They left. They were like, "This isn't for me." Like I still believe in the teaching, but this isn't for me. I wonder that when they did this mass suicide, if part of them wasn't like, "Wow, I should have done it because I could have been my higher self."
One of them did, that I remember watching. One of them did, and when he was being interviewed about it, he said they asked him, I think, if he regretted it, and he got very emotional and started crying, and he was like, "I do wish I was with them. That's why I will continue to follow their teachings of Do and Tea, because I wish I had done it."
That's so bonkers.
Because think about it, for him, when is he going to get another chance to
do that?
Yeah, when has there been another astronomical comet? You know,
that's true, or something of the like, or
some
of that scale,
some big sign, and there hasn't been anything really like
crazy.
That. Oh wait, there's an asteroid. Isn't it coming around Earth?
The asteroid. Well, I know there's like we've had like blood moons. We've had a comet pass before,
but nothing to that extent. That was so That was such a.
And nor does he have a following of people with him that would be willing to do it with him either. So,
yeah,
from what we know.
Yeah, exactly. So, there you go. There is my info on the Heaven's Gate cult that is technically, I guess, a true crime case and somewhat paranormal because of the aliens.
Yeah, because the aliens and shit. Yeah, that's true. Damn, that was good. That was really good. Freaky, weird.
I know.
But it was
we had some technical difficulties during this one, but it is what it is.
It's fine. When I cut this, no one's going to be able to tell the difference anyway. Yeah. Except on the video, they're going to see a lot of you doing...
Like me going like, waiting. Oh, no.
Yeah. Like froze again.
I was like, it just happened.
All right, All right campers, we're going to come back with some jokes. Some jokes. All right. What music are we doing?
Let's do like, obviously we can't do the X-Files music exactly, but something around that.
No, yeah. Copyright. Yeah. Okay, it's like a bootleg X-Files.
Yeah.
I can find something. It'll sound so bad. Or maybe I'll do it. And we're back, campers. I really hoped you liked my rendition of X-Files.
That was fucking great.
Copyright.
Oh my god.
Well, I can't get a strike for that. I sang it myself.
We ain't trying to lose this podcast.
Oh my god, imagine if we get flagged for that.
Stop.
I'd be like, honestly, I'd be like, damn, I did such a good job. Damn.
Are you ready?
Anyways, yes.
Okay, how do aliens harvest their crops?
How do aliens harvest their crops? They crop circle them.
That was a good try.
Yeah, okay.
They do it with their tractor beams.
Oh, that's cute. That's good. That's good.
Okay, you go. You do yours. You do yours.
Okay. I have one joke. It's cute.
Okay.
What do you call a sleeping dinosaur?
What?
A dino snore.
Oh my god. Yes, that was cute. I like it.
I love it. Okay.
Let's see.
Okay.
How do you make an alien's baby sleep?
An alien's baby sleep?
Yeah, like how do you make it go to sleep?
You probe it.
Fucking Jesus Christ. No, you rock it.
Oh, okay, I got it. Like a rocket. Oh my god. I can't. Me with puns, it usually takes me like a second.
I know, you dork.
Oh, shit, that was good.
Thank you.
I like that. All right. Was that it?
Mm-hmm. That's all I got for you.
Okay, cool. All right, you guys, I hope you guys liked our little jokes and me being cringy. Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. And if you are watching us on YouTube, please leave us a thumbs up and subscribe and comment down below giving us your feedback on this Heaven's Gate cult. We'd like to know what you think.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's a little crazy. Yeah, and if you are listening to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or anywhere, thank you. And hello,
yes.
Sexy thing. Please, for everybody, if you want to see pictures of the Heaven's Gate cult and see dead people, you can find us those pictures over on our Instagram at
Camp Insomnia _podcast.
Exactly. See them really nice Nikes.
Oh my god. Fun fact about those Nikes. After that happened, Nike discontinued that line of shoes. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of would too. That's some like bad publicity.
Exactly. That's why they did it. Sorry, I forgot. I wanted to throw that out there. I just remembered that.
Sorry, Nike. Sorry. You know what? Those Nikes are probably worth a lot.
I think they are.
Because it's that obscure thing.
They are.
I mean, morbid. Anyways, yeah, you can find all of our platforms listed in the
description, and there will be a link tree where you can find everything we are on. Go ahead and click that, and there are no excuses.
Exactly. No excuses. So if you can't find our Instagram, we've said it, and it's in our link tree. So if you really can't find it, girl.
Yikes.
Girl, but yikes, girl. Anyways, thank you guys for listening, and good luck. What?
Sleeping tonight.
Exactly. Just take some applesauce, put a bag over your head, and you'll sleep like a rock.
And you might be picked up by aliens. You never know.
Devin was so shook for a second. It was like, this motherfucker.
Yep.
Thank you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
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 Oh. Bye.